Get ready for the next battle, ladies and gentlemen, they, them, and everyone else in between. My name is SPF Dark. We're coming at you here at Looney tonight, bringing you our Division 9A match from Week 2. Now, before I get too ahead of myself, though, there is someone joining with me here tonight.
Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Iris, and I'm here with Dark, commentating this with Sparkling Sea versus Turn Left, two teams in this Div 9 set, both going 1-0 in their respective matches so far. So as of now, one of these guys are going to walk away with their first loss of the season.
Most definitely. I'm very excited to see this already with a 1-0 scenario on both sides. On paper, this could go either way, honestly. I'm not too familiar with these teams nor with these players, so I don't really have any sort of insider information as to what we might be seeing tonight. But I'm just here for the ride. I'm here for a fun time and making sure that you guys also have a fun time as well.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for like the next 2 hours or so with 2 sets coming your guys' way, and I'm very confident that this first set is going to gonna go really great as well. And really soon we're gonna be starting off with Mako March on Splatstones. Mako March on Splatstones is kind of like a really it is a really small map, but like a lot of different strategies and weapons with different playstyles that can potentially work here. So I really cannot wait to see what both of these teams are gonna start playing out.
Most definitely. This Mako Mart on Zones is definitely it's what I like to call a tried and true classic. As you mentioned before, it is a bit of a smaller map, so you might have to keep in mind about your weapon ranges as well as what your enemies will be bringing in here tonight. But also, as well as you mentioned, this is where a lot of variety of different strategies can come out. You know, especially with flat zones, you have reef slider cheese. There's ledges and just narrow hallways for sloshers and long range sightlines for rangers, and just good cover all around for shooters. A lot of weapon types can come around. Sharking, it is the perfect way to open up what might be just a very good way to try and see exactly how these teams are going to be playing tonight.
Definitely a really balanced map with a bunch of different weapons that can in fact work, like you said, with the sloshers, with the ledges, and the different types of cheese methods that you mentioned earlier. It's going to be really interesting to see what weapons these guys will pull out and what strategies they pull out. I don't know what weapons that each of these guys play. I haven't really done my research into either of these teams. However, we're just prepared to see anything at this point, which I am very excited for. And I cannot wait to see who is going to take the momentum in this game, because first game in any set is more important than people might think because of how momentum can carry over for the winning team.
We're here tonight. We are playing a best of 9. So this first set, vital to try and get information, vital to try and get an early head start for your momentum shift and your momentum and snowballing potential for the rest of this set. But also on the losing side, first team loss isn't that big of a deal, because you get the download, you get information, you still have potentially 8 other games to try and run it back on. And as we're heading into now, we're gonna see exactly what these teams will be bringing here on Splat Zones Mako Mart. And what we see here is an Explosher double bucket off of the side off of C.
I really like both of you. I really like the weapon puts on both ends of the set of both teams. We have the double bucket, which is really good for abusing these stacks over here. We also have the Dynamo coming out on the side of Turn Left, really good at controlling these stacks and controlling a lot of these ledges. But as I say that, the Dynamo does go down early, and Sparkling Sea is going to very quickly take the left stack. And right now we see 2 people on the side of Turn Left just clumped up on the left side. They are able to get even very good trades for them, and the shots are the only ones left alive, but they do go down really quickly. And right now we have Turn Left trying to start the advantage, going for them with this Zuka.
Both of these teams are doing an absolute phenomenal job of just constantly poking each other, pushing each other, keeping them back forth, and it's just a constant trade back and forth. And finally, Turn Left has the man advantage as they're slowly pushing Sparkling Sea out, pushing them back further into spawn with Zukas, with the 10, getting a kill with the shield itself.
That shield kill is really big for Turn Left, as they can continue to hold the zone from there. However, as I say that, the M-Strike on the side of Sparkling Sea is trying to run forward to make something happen. Unfortunately, they do get taken down by the Dynamo that's just sharking this ledge. And so far, we have Turn Left just very trying to go for lockout here, trying to get as much paint on the ground as they possibly can. and just be able to just like lock them out by beating these ledges. But as I say that, two people on the side of turn left go down. It does turn into a very even 2-on-2 trade on both sides. However, Sparkling Sea does have the opportunity to make it back as they do cap zone. And with that Zuka Ray, they are going to try to make something happen. However, the Dynamo is behind them, is clearing out everyone on that side. It does go down very quickly though. And right now we have Sparkling Sea with that Zuka on one of the shots, getting popped, trying to make something happen. The splashdown comes forward, and the Zuka gets a straight shot on the umbrella. And two go down on the side of the turn left. Will Sparkling Sea be able to paint the zone? It doesn't look like they're able to. Now is able to shred down the shot, and turn left is looking to try to like take back zone here.
A very uphill battle Sparkling Sea has in front of them, with down to 17 points remaining from turning left. And even though they're sitting with a hefty 55 penalty points on their side, they still have a dominant lead with only 80 points remaining from Sparkling Sea. And once again, just as I'm explaining the current conditions right now for victory, turning left managed to flip zone and are pushing Sparkling Sea back and further, and coaching onto their side of the base with another pick. This is looking to be a danger zone for Sparkling Sea if they can't get their act together.
Sparkling Sea is in a really dangerous spot right now. They're just constantly staggered. Thankfully, that the entry is still allowed to like try to provide a cooler for them. However, they are walking forward to try to take the stack. However, the splashdown on the side of the knot takes them down, and now it's not looking good for Sparkling Sea as turn left has no penalty remaining. All they have to do is just hold the zone, and they will win the game. Sparkling Sea has to feed into them. The knot's holding zone. 2 seconds left. 1 second left, and that's the game for turn left. Very convincing game 1 win for them.
A very strong hold from turning left, had the utmost control for the majority of that game right there, having just good zoning, good pressure, constant picks, or if not picks, and just trades, which in certain situations trading isn't necessarily a bad thing either. And with such a dominant hold, Sparkling Sea just couldn't recover fast enough, letting turning left just take away that game. As we're heading into the replay, you see that Zuka just doing a fantastic job of just creating space, letting that 10 umbrella just go in even deeper on that backline to harass the remaining members of Sparkling Sea.
Yeah, turn left was doing a really good job at just like trading out their resources effectively. They were doing a really good job at trading out their players so that they will always have the advantage, even though the numbers are more equal. Even though that they have the objective, those trades are still going to go in their favor, and they're doing a really good job at just like playing together. As we see on this left side, we see that the dot was focused on the left side while still watching zone, and we have the Dynamo and the tent just like clear out that side of the map. That was some really good teamwork going on the side of turn left, and they're doing a really good job at clearing out space to push up. I do want to say that that turn left's comp was really good at just locking out the enemy. They had the time to just like to shield for the rest of their fronts to walk in. They have the Dynamo for the ledges. They have the knot because for the mid-range pressure. It's like a really good, really effective slow comp that can punish any type of short-range aggression that Sparkling Sea is trying to offer to them.
And as you mentioned earlier, the turning left had a very good showing of teamwork, and that teamwork is going to be key here as we head into game number 2, Crab Lab Capital on Clan Blitz. Now, my experience as a caster mostly comes from CCA, and CCA matches on this map mode specifically has been nothing short of just spectacular and amazing. It just any kind of possible thing that could go wrong will go wrong in both the wrong way and the right way for these teams. It's no telling which way this game might potentially go. And even though turn left had such a dominant hold that first game, this is a new game, this is a new map, this is a new mode. Sparkling Sea still has 8 other potential matches to sort of realize what they need to adjust, and to adjust properly and execute to their fullest capabilities.
This map mode, this particular map mode is a very snowballing map mode. However, Sparkling Sea has potentially could get the download on turn left, like you said earlier, that the first game does like not really matter in that sense. But turn left, I'm pretty sure that like turn left is gonna have probably gonna try to stick to the same strategy with the 10 shields. Because we all know that Tent is a really strong weapon on Crab Leg. However, I'm really excited to see what Sparkling Sea is gonna try to whip out. They did try to like cook with the double Zuka pick earlier. I would not be and I will not be surprised if they go for it again because Double Zuka is really strong on this map in particular as well because of how snowballing it can be and how very easily you can get pushed into a corner if you are not careful enough.
Mm. And then to the 2 points of interest, well, technically 1 point of interest too, because it's mirrored on both sides. The 2 points of interest here on this map are going to be those ramps leading up to the clam basket. If you can have maintained very good control over that ramp, the grates being a more dangerous route, but still somewhat viable, that can very much dictate how the tempo of this game is going to go. But speaking of tempo, we have the new Splatana. I believe it's called the Decapitator, paired against the Hydra Splatling. 2 new weapons that I don't think we see much play in competitive.
I really like that Hydra pick on the side of turn left, and I also am a really big fan of the double Splatana on the side of Sparkling Sea with the Splatana Wiper and the brand new Decapitator. And I'm a Wiper fan, so I'm kind of I really like this pick on the side of Sparkling Sea. I cannot wait to see how this is gonna go for them. And as I say that, the backline the Wiper does trade out the backline. The Wiper is on that right side, just drawing a bunch of attention on that right side. However, it does get taken out pretty quickly, and a bunch of specials are just being traded into mid right now. The Rage Blaster on the side of Sparkling Sea is going to try to like hold this space. There is one down on the side of turn left. However, it does get quickly. However, the Decapitator does quickly get traded out. And right now we're just like both holding mirror now. However, the range blaster on the side of Sparkling Sea doesn't get taken out, and the Splash is gonna try to make something happen on this flank as we do get a wipe out on the side of Sparkling Sea, and turn left has his crab set up trying to extend the revenge further and get those clamp scores in.
A beautiful just plan and execution by turning left. One player goes to the flank to try and prepare to defend as long as they can, as the rest of their teammates just go up and get that power clamp in, and while getting them a few clamps in. On top of that, solidifying them down to a 59-point lead right now, while Sparkling Sea still struggling to get any sort of headway in the early 2 minutes of this game. We still have 3.5 minutes remaining. This game could still go either way. It's not, this game mode specifically does not end until that overtime timer is at 0 and there are no power clamps in play. And speaking of power clamps, we have one already formed and ready for Sparkling Sea.
That poor Hydra was behind the block, but still gets taken out by the Wiper. That's really unfortunate if you're the Hydra on the side of turn left. But even so, turn left was able to do a really good job of just holding that advantage. However, Sparkling Sea is holding mid right now, trying to create an advantage. They are close to that Kraken, and they do have that Storm on the side of the Sea Jet, which could do a lot of wonders in their push. However, as I say that, two people on the side of Sparkling Sea does go down, and they're in a really bad situation. They're both in the corner. They're gonna get pushed here. The Sea Jet does get taken out. However, the Wiper is able to successfully back out with that stamp. But they could potentially use that stamp in order to try to stop their push, and the crowd does come out on the top right side. However, it does get shredded pretty quickly, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, a crab into 2 Splatanas is definitely not something you want to do. It's a bit of an unfortunate timing for that splash clear right there, but it is the name of the game, and both of these teams are doing a wonderful job just playing defense tower, getting, like I mentioned earlier, that ramp control. If you have good control over that ramp, you're going to be able to deny a lot of your opponent's push power and just shut down any sort of offensive pressure that the enemy team is going to be putting up. And even though Sparkling Sea we're on the back foot earlier, they're already managed to flip the tables and rushing forward to get that power climb in, sneaking it by the Dynamo.
They were able to sneak that power climb in. However, that push does not really have any more body to it. They were able to spread that power climb in, but they didn't have like any members up, and that's why push was able to get stopped so quickly. And right now we have turn left trying to push back. The Dynamo gets an early pick on the Decapitator, and they do have cooler wrap, and the Dynamo is going to be making a very aggressive play, tries to point blank strike on the Sea Jet. However, it does not. However, the hitbox is not working, and the Sea Jet is able to live that engagement. However, Sparkling Sea is on the back foot right now. They are even on numbers. However, one good push on the side of turn left could easily snowball this advantage further for them. However, Sparkling Sea does get that storm out, trying to make something happen. However, the Sea Jet is in the corner, trying to just live here, trying to paint as much as they can, and trying to just stay alive. However, they do get taken down by that Zuka, and right now, turn left is just gonna push forward really fast and they are gonna try to destroy those claims. And then the Commentator gets through. They stop that push really quickly, really effectively. That's a really good stop on the side of Sparkling Sea. As the Commentator is able to get a quad on the side of turn left. And they're able to get a 5K. Will they get the 6? Get the 6, get the 6, get the 6. Oh, they're not able to get the 6 right now, and they get 82, end up going down to the splash. However, that was a really good play on the side of the Commentator, on the side of Sparkling Sea.
As I mentioned, ramp control is key. Turn left out, they had complete control over that ramp and were rushing to get those power clamps in, but they had one member left. Sparkling Sea had one defender left, and now we're brought down to the final 20 seconds of this game with the majority of the clam economy in Sparkling Sea's favor. Right now, all they have to do is play slow, play their overtime, which we're about to kick in as they head into the final 10 seconds of this game. As per overtime rules, we're here to be stuck sitting at these final moments for another 30 seconds. Both teams are desperately trying to one up with another as one power climb goes in. And it's enough to break open, but no! 3 players go down, and even though the Kraken gets a pick, that's not going to be enough as Turning Left managed to hold strong and deny that last minute push from Sparkling Sea.
Sparkling Sea was able to get the resources and the clams needed to potentially take the lead there. However, they just weren't able to get any members up on the basket, and especially with the Booyah Bomb coming out on the side of Turn Left, that Booyah Bomb was able to completely put a stop to that push entirely. And Sparkling Sea, with members slowly trickling down, their push just slowly but surely ran out of steam.
Both of those teams played phenomenally that match. Believe it or not, a lot of that match was actually filled with just constant back and forth, a push and pull scenario. Even though majority control was in Turn Left's favor, Sparkling Sea had such a strong control over that ramp that they were just able to deny any potential pushes from Turn Left. And as we see here, that final just desperation attempt to get any sort of additional power climbs in, which just got instantly shut down as 3 Sparkling Sea's members just got deleted.
Yes, Turn Left was able to have like a really clean defense on that side, but even then, this game was very close, and this is certainly doable for Sparkling Sea to try to bring this back by 2 games as of now. And this particular game was not really like that snowball. Like both teams were able to just like trade out their resources effectively, but at the end of the day, Turn Left was able to do it a lot more effectively. Right now we are going to be going into game 3 on tower control ship shape, very similar in concept in terms of how snowball it could be as Crab Capital. It's really easy to snowball on this particular map, since there's not really much areas that you could defend from the tower path on. You basically have to just either play on your plant or just like drop in and flank the tower. So it's gonna be interesting to see what strategies like these guys pull out in this particular game.
This map mode specifically, I think it lends its credit to teams who are able to actually skirmish properly against other weapons. You have good skirmishing power as both a player and a weapon as a whole. You will be able to pretty much take a lot out from that path for the tower control. The tower control checkpoints are a bit tight. I think the first 2 checkpoints are very close near to each other, so once you get 1, you're very likely going to get 2. And with that 3rd checkpoint being so late into the path, once that 3rd checkpoint's down, that's danger territory for the defending team. That if they can't stop that right then and there, that's pretty much going to lead to a complete almost knockout. So both these teams are going to be very aware about what's going on, how the paint's looking out, where the tower is currently at. You cannot lose track of that tower on this map, or else it will most likely just be your end.
I feel like the first team that's gonna get that initial team fight win and push past first check is the team that's gonna get a very huge advantage in this entire game. And as I say that, we're seeing 2 wall strings on each team. This is not something I've seen in any competitive match before. Usually I have only seen 1 wall string, but this time we're whooping out 2 of them, and we're also seeing the double stamp coming out of Sparkling Sea. A really aggressive comp coming out from them, and we see the Wiper on the side Sparkling Sea getting 2 early picks before getting traded out by the Dynamo, and 3 down are on the side of Turn Left right now. As his Dynamo is stuck in the corner, they cannot get out, they cannot climb that sponge, and as I say that, Sparkling Sea is able to contest that first checkpoint for free, and we do see the Wiper pushing up really aggressively on this top left. They do get taken down, however they have the Zuka for support, and the Zuka is able to clean up 1 person, and as that's happening, the Kraken is moving in, trying to take the top right snipe of Turn Left's That's right now, and the range does go down. However, they were able to create so much space for the tower to move forward. The tower's now on the second checkpoint. Are they going to be able to clear it? They barely are not able to clear it. However, the ball streak does go down. However, with 2 down sides, Sparkling Sea, they're going to have to try to back out here.
As I mentioned earlier, this map here, if you're not paying attention to the tower, the other team is just gonna get run away with points. Sparkling Sea taking it all the way down to 18 points remaining off of just the initial team fight victory. Turn left has a very uphill battle for them. But they may not actually be that uphill battle because as we saw earlier in the first minute of this game, as soon as you can win that first team fight into first checkpoint, it's a very easy to actually contest that second checkpoint.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's really easy to get a very huge lead once you clear that first check. Once you get a very good team fight opening. However, as easy as it is to snowball your lead whenever you do get the man advantage, it's really easy for that advantage to just quickly just slip out of your fingers and it seemed to be like that for Sparkling Sea. As Turn Left is able to clear the first check. However, the Zuko does come out on the side of Sparkling Sea and is able to get a pick. And Sparkling Sea is able to work back tower in order to try to get back into mid. And they're gonna want to try to stop Sparkling Sea, Turn Left from getting this advantage. However, as I say that, 2 go down on the side of Sparkling Sea, 3 go down on the side of Sparkling Sea. They're now very staggered right now. And right now, Turn Left is gonna try to take this lead back with the Zuka and all the other specials coming out. However, as I see that 2 go down inside of Sparkling Sea, but the Dynamo is able to trade out those 2 picks really quickly. And as I say that, they're approaching the second checkpoint. 2 go down inside of Sparkling Sea once again. They try to clear the check, but the shot's behind them. And they're gonna try to clear this checkpoint. Just 3 down on the side of Sparkling Sea right now. It's just the wipe on the tower, but they got 1. Are they gonna get another? No, they don't. And right now, Turn Left is going to try to extend this, to try to take back the lead and potentially KO the game from here.
Both of these teams are just fighting tooth and nail just to keep that lead as of right now, but no, Turn Left are managing to just be the ones of the victor, coming out on top and taking that, just stealing it for Sparkling Seas. Just a dominant opening that got instantly thrown away at the final few seconds of that game.
As easy as it is to win the first team fight and make it very far, it's just as easy for everything to just fall apart from there. And that's a prime example of what happened to Sparkling Sea right there. However, they were doing a really good job on that opening, getting those first couple of picks and being able to hold the tower, going all the way to that second checkpoint, which was really huge. However, unfortunately, Turn Left was able to do the exact same, except a little bit stronger.
Sparkling Sea had such good zoning, such good just offensive and skirmishing power, just being able to play so aggressive that Turn Left wasn't able to recover. But unfortunately, Turn Left was able just to flip the stakes and instantly put Sparkling Sea on the back foot. And even though they had such a dominant lead, taking the 18 points in just a single push, Turn just came out of nowhere, hit that first checkpoint, brought it to 50, recouped for a bit, and they just took that next push into a knockout.
At the end of the day, leads don't matter as much as you might think. Yeah, like it puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team, and you do could potentially secure a win from there. But you need to know how to play around that, and you need to make sure that you don't make any mistakes and blunder the game away in the process. Because if that happens, the enemy team could just very easily steal that win from you, and now you're on the back foot, and now you're gonna have to work very hard to try to run it back. And it can also it can also damage your mental as well if you lose that lead right there. So you need to just be able to just keep your composure going into the next couple of games.
Mm-hmm. This next game is going to be very vital for Sparkling Sea. Down 3 games already in a 1-5 scenario. At the very least, you have 2 more chances to try and stay in this game for a little bit longer. As we're going to be heading into Hagglefish Market with Rainmaker. This is going to be the key game to see if Sparkling Sea can play the hero here and try and flip this around to try and potentially take us to a game 8, game 9 scenario so they can win this set here and now.
These types of deficits are not impossible to come out from. We've seen that happen so many times. and we've seen a lot of reverse sweeps happen on Ludi tonight. I'm pretty sure. Main example that comes to mind is the classic whip raise versus tactical that I'm pretty sure that's their team name. But anything can happen anything can happen in Ludi. Game 9s can happen from this point deficit that we're seeing right now. And but for that to happen, Sparkling Sea is going to like have to flip the switch and then they're gonna have to go into overdrive going forward if they want to force this into a tie as of now.
Most definitely, this is the point where Sparkling Sea just have to forget about the mistakes and any negative emotions for the past 3 games. Go into this next game with a fresh mindset, with a fresh open mind, and just see exactly how they're gonna be trying to squeak out these next few victories. As we see a charcoal decapitator duel between both sides, followed by the heavy edit on turn left. Just constant weapon rotations on both teams, and I'm very much excited and happy for.
Yes, we do. Oh.
Okay.
So I'm seeing in the chat right now that screen is not allowed in this set, which is very understandable. But even then, those were like really good comps on both sides of teams. On these 2 teams, I liked the decapitator pick on both of these teams. I think the decapitator as of now is a really underrated weapon that could fit into a lot of team comps if you're able to play around it properly. And I'm really excited to see the Decapitator being played in this set in particular. I'm a big Decapitator fan, if you couldn't tell already.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Decapitator is definitely a weapon that I'm pretty sure is being actively underlooked right now. I think it has decent painting power, decent to good painting power. It has a high damage, a high range, just instant kill that you can just pretty much hit from like around corners, mind you. And I'm pretty sure that weapon also has a high object damage as well. So all your Booyah Bombs, Crab Tanks, Rainmaker Shields, even walls, which walls, by the way, got, I think, nerfed in the last patch, correct me if I'm wrong. So
yeah, they did.
So walls are, even though they're less effective overall, the Decapitator is most likely going to just shred those instantly. So a lot of people are just sleeping on that weapon, I feel like, and I want to see more people try and pull it out and actively make these amazing plays with it.
Yes, and as we're going into this next game, we're seeing as we said, we're seeing a complete comp switch on the side of Sparkling Sea. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong because I don't see the graphic. No, that is Sparkling Sea actually. I'm not wrong. Never mind. But yeah, we're seeing a complete comp switch on the side of Sparkling Sea, going for a more balanced, more paint heavy comp on their end. They did take away the cooler though, which is an interesting pick. However, so long as they're able to play around it accordingly, it could be a just as good option for them. Meanwhile, we do see turn left with the same team competition with that Decapitator. However, the Decapitator does go early, and two people go down on each side, and the 10 on the side of turn left is pushing forward. They do have that Zuka to try to clear space for the Rainmaker to try to clear the checkpoint. However, as I say that, the shot player on the side of Sparkling Sea is able to walk forward and get that pick on the Rainmaker.
A good back and forth fight for mid to try and see who can get the advantage over another. And as turn left managed to get just a little bit of the lead, Sparkling Sea were able to manage to hold the fort and just keep them out and deny them from going in much further. And even though that Tenebrella is known for being just a walking fortress, especially with its shield deployed, they weren't able to, turn left wasn't able to get much of a push off of that. And right now they're 2 down. Sparkling Sea are slowly encroaching on turn left, clearing the remaining of the players, getting Rainmaker pop. And with Crab Tank coming out, this might be a very easy contestation for checkpoint.
The Sparkling Sea is very quickly getting the checkpoint here. They're able to get 1 down and able to clear the check before 2 of them go down. That's probably going to be the end of their push right here, as all the members are jumping back to spawn and are regrouping from spawn right now. But that is a really good opening on side Sparkling Sea. That's what you need. You take care of that checkpoint early, and you don't need to worry about it for your next push. And turn left is going to have to clear that checkpoint if they want to take lead back. However, as I say that, they do get 2 down on the side of Sparkling Sea, and they are going to try to clear this front part of the checkpoint before they get on it. They don't want to have to push Dire as soon as they get out of the checkpoint, especially since that they're not in the lead right now. They're gonna want to get that lead. They do. It does seem like that they do try to give up on that on going through mid in order to go to the left. But as I say, but as that happens, 3 people on the side of Sparkling Sea go down, and they're gonna be able to get that checkpoint and potentially go further as 2 people go down the side of Sparkling Sea, and the Rainmaker carrier is just running forward onto the pedestal and are able to score really quickly with a nice Hail Mary score coming from turn left right there.
Oh, that's not what you want to see right there. Sparkling Sea, they got the first checkpoint. They were zoning turn left properly, but it just wasn't quite enough as one member managed to slip behind the flanks, managed to opening the path to let another one of turn left's members to just go in, sneak in, and get that Rainmaker dunk right under their noses. This is danger territory for Sparkling Z as we're sitting at 0-4 for turn left's favor.
Sparkling Sea cannot afford to drop a game going forward, and turn left has all the momentum in the world right now to just try to take this home right now. I will say that the no cooler pick on Sparkling Sea did kind of hinder them, since they weren't able to regroup fast enough in order to like stop the Rainmaker, as they were constantly going multiple people down trying to stop this push from going forward, and as a result the Rainmaker was able to run right past the action with very little people trying to defend it. And that resulted in turn left getting the 4-0 advantage, and we have Sparkling Sea way on the back foot. They're gonna have to reverse sweep this if they want to take the set right here.
As we're heading into Barnacle and Dime on Splat zones, we're going to see exactly how Sparkling Sea are going to try and stay in this game for a little bit longer. Right now, at this point, Sparkling Sea, the best thing I could say for them is to not even think about the remaining 5 games. They have to put their utmost focus on this one game, because one mistake will bring them out of this set, giving the set to turn left. They got to take these games one at a time and try and just outpace their opponents turn left as we head into this next game.
Sparkling Sea just gonna have to focus on one game at a time going into these next 5 games if they want to take a chance, like you said earlier. And with Barnacle and Dime, it's once again a very big snowbally zones map, and that could very easily just go 100-0 if you're in like the first minute 30 if you're not careful. And turn left with the momentum advantage is gonna try to like take this home, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to take it home really quickly. But Sparkling Sea did have some really good openings in the past couple of games. They did have some really good adaptations in the past couple of games as well. So we're gonna have to see if Sparkling Sea is going to turn on the switch if they want to take this back. We're gonna have to see if they got the download from off of the last couple of games.
I agree with you on that. Sparkling Sea definitely had just very strong openers, very good play overall, and are able to actually like keep up with turn left. But it's unfortunate that they keep getting just the short end of the stick on some of the fights, which end up snowballing against their favor, leading them to be on this 4-game loss streak. But this is Ludi. This is where you go to make your stand. Let it be known who you are, where you come from, and what your team does. And bringing a 5-4 victory here against Turn Left would make this a very legendary game that I want to see Sparkling Z. I want them pull this off, and I have the faith that they can do this. They just have to take this one game at a time and just focus on being able to outmaneuver Turn Left.
If we get a game 5, my voice will. If we not a game 5, my bad. If we get a game 9 here, my voice will be dead by the end of today. It's already on its last legs. If you couldn't already tell, it's about to go downhill if Sparkling Sea just starts to go for it. But I'm perfectly willing to lose my voice over this set, because hey, this set can like go absolutely crazy if the conditions are right.
And as we're still waiting for these teams to ready up, I know for sure Sparkling Z are just taking the time to try and see exactly how they want to adjust, how they want to coordinate, what they're going to try and do to be out turn left and try and get this reverse sweep victory. And the keys to that might be in that heavy hit and 52 combo, but once again, turn left are bringing a few new weapons to the lineup with the Splat dualies. I genuinely don't know how this game's gonna go, but I do hope that Sparkling Sea are able to try and hold out for as long as they can and take this game away.
A very big clash of playstyles going from both sides. Sparkling Sea is going for a more standard triple shooter backline comp, trying to be more aggressive and more controlling over paint. Meanwhile, Turn Left is generally focusing on more slow, more controlled gameplay, trying to slowly put their enemies back against the wall and try to hard punish them for any mistakes that they do make. And as being said, I'll go down on the side of Sparkling Sea, and Turn Left is able to get the early advantage. And they do have that crab tank in order to try to sustain this advantage right here. As two more go down on the side of Sparkling Sea, and this crab does come out on the side of Turn Left. However, the Zuka is able to trade it out. However, that's not really a good trade for Sparkling Sea, as Turn Left already has the advantage on this map and the player advantage as well. Right now, Sparkling Sea does have the special advantage. Are going to try to Zuka and whale out of this. A 1-for-1 trade does come out, and the Gal is behind Turn Left to go down on the side of Sparkling Sea. It's a 1-versus-1 situation on this side. So 10% the shot, and the shot is able to win that engagement, and the Sparkling Sea is going to potentially take back the zone here.
This is a very close fight right now. These teams are just back and forth with two going down to that Azuka. That table instantly got flipped, but no, there's still a Dynamo just lurking around in the shadows, making sure that Sparkling Sea can't get any more off of that just instant zone flip. But no, the numbers are not looking good. Turn Left are sitting at 10 points remaining. As Sparkling Sea, the two last remaining members on their side of the spawn, they're struggling to try to get that zone, but they can't. Giving this 5-0 victory to Turn Left.
That Zuka double on the side of Sparkling Sea was a very big opener that they could have used to push back in, but as that Zuka double appeared, the Dynamo on that right side just sharking in, waiting for the opportunity, just gets that pick, and it was able to slow down, and that pick alone was able to slow down all the momentum for Sparkling Sea. They had to turn back for the Dynamo and to try to clear them out, and the Dynamo was just able to kind of play a little bit of a single player game on that side before they got teammate assistance in order to clean up the rest of Sparkling Sea. And after that, the game was basically over, as Sparkling Sea did not have the resources in order to run it back. As you see in the replay, this Zuka double could have been something huge for Sparkling Sea, but the Dynamo on the bottom left did not get cleared, and as a result, the Dynamo was just able to get a whole lot of value just by existing on this bottom left, able to take a lot of attention, even get a couple of picks on their own, allowing Turn Left in order to come back, clear out the rest of the members of Sparkling Sea, and after that, Sparkling Sea just did not have anything to try to push back in with.
It is unfortunate that the moment that Sparkling Sea had the hope, had the potential to try and get this game back under their control, there was a Dynamo hiding in the shadows, just ready just to pounce and just assassinate that dream. 5-0 victory heading to Turn Left. Sparkling Sea, even though they didn't win any game tonight, I still believe that they have all the potential and all the faith and all the tools in them to actually take a few more games. You have gone 1-0 in this division already, in this season already. So don't let this one game, don't let this one set take you down just yet, as you still have a few more after this.
Yeah, we still have I believe 3 more weeks of Ludi group stage coming up so far, including one match coming up in, I believe, 19 minutes. But yeah, it's still very early in the Ludi season. It's still really early in the group stage. Anything can happen going forward. You still have a chance to make. And judging by the performance going on in this particular set against Turn Left, I certainly can see Sparkling Sea making it all the way to the playoffs.
I have high hopes for both these teams, and I'm glad I was here to witness this tonight. Even though it wasn't on paper, it doesn't look like it was that close of a set at all. We were the witnesses here to see how these teams were just pretty much neck and neck for majority of these games, but it just once again, unfortunately, that Turn Left managed to pull the bigger straw on a lot of these trades and a lot of these 50-50s, heading out on top for most of the majority of this game. But with that being said and done, we do have a bit of time to kill beforehand, but I know you said your voice is tired, so I don't want to drag things out for too much longer. So as you mentioned before, there is another game coming up after this here in about less than 20 minutes. So even though as we begin to wrap up here, don't go anywhere just yet, because we still have another game tonight, which I believe is a Division 4 game, so you definitely do not want to miss out on that. Yes, as we see here, Division 4 featuring Duck and Cover versus Memento Mori. A game that I'm probably going to stick around and look for after this session. But as we begin to wrap up, my friend, where can they find you? Plug yourself if you don't mind.
You can find me on Twitter, not X, Twitter, at iVirus, that's IVIRXD, as well as on YouTube and Twitch at the name's Virus, spelled the same way. And Dark, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me both at Twitter and Twitch at SBF_Dark, where I repost a bunch of random nonsense. I play games from time to time. My schedule has been up in the air, so streaming isn't a consistent thing, but I do when I can. So yeah, just look out for both of us on there. I'm pretty sure you'll see us again in the season and just like on the random timeline updates on Twitter. But with that being said and done, that's gonna wrap up for us here tonight. But like I mentioned earlier, there's still one more game here in 17 minutes, so don't go anywhere just yet. Stay tuned and have a good one.
Hello and welcome. It is Ludi tonight. Joining me is Ninstar and I'm Rose of Battle. How are you doing, Ninstar?
I am doing very well today, Rose. Here, we're going to be seeing some exciting Dig 4 matches here tonight with Duck and Cover versus Memento Mori. We were talking about this a little before the set officially started, but looking at some of their results, both teams have made some nice hammerhead runs in previous SOSs, mainly the past couple of weeks, very recent ones, and on top of that, it was Memento Mori who took down Road Rage in week 1, 5-2. But Duck and Cover got 1-5 in their first week, so they're fairly even in their results and their placements. But it'll be a matter of tonight and how the teams play to see who's going to be coming out on top.
Yeah, exactly. We are both eagerly awaiting. We are excited to go into our week 2 set of this Division 4 Ludi set. Like we mentioned, these two teams seem to be pretty evenly matched, so we're always hoping to see as many games as possible in this best of 9 set. But for this week, we are starting off on Mako Mart Zones, which is a very well-known map mode at this point, having come from Splatoon 2 and it being a mainstay in many tournaments over many years now. We've had a chance to look at what we think might be the comps for both teams. And what are you thinking, Ninstar, we might see on either team?
What I'm thinking, trying to think about it, Mako Zones is one of those maps where more AoE sloshers and blasters are definitely going to shine. If any players play that, I did see Damp Waffle place a lot of brushes any type, and I feel like those brushes are going to be especially powerful in something like Mako Zones for very, very different reasons. I don't know which one we could see coming out from them. It could be the Aqua Brush Nouveau, it could be one of the ink brushes for more flanking power instead of paint, or for that, short range AoE, Paintbrush is a very good option at that too.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as I can tell from Sendo Inc., Swampy also plays Blaster, so we might see a little bit of that, but we won't have to wait too much longer to see what both teams are coming in here.
Yep, seeing the comps roll out. We're already seeing a triple shooter not comp on one side and on the other. There we go. There's one of the brushes seeing the Ink Brush Nouveau.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting pick. We might see some fun flanks here. We are running backless here on Memento Mori. The thing with the longest range here is that Nautilus.
I would like to point out too, it's a blast from the past as both of the teams are opting for their cooler options to be end taps instead of heavy edits or snipe fighters that we usually see. But while I'm saying that, it seems Memento Mori is making quick work, already setting up on the zone here, taking quick work of Duck and Cover, as they're just trying to make sure that they have as much paint on the board. Duck and Cover really not trying to come back in too early, trying to get their specials stacked up, making sure that they have a way to get back in and push Memento Mori out.
Yeah, they are getting those specials charged, and we do have a double Zuka on the side of Duck and Cover. So there goes the Zuka right there. Does get that pick. Will Duck and Cover be able to cap the zone, though?
That is going to be the true question. We're already seeing paint coming out from Mew here on the right side, trying to make something happen. They see Damp Waffle right behind them. They're all surrounded, and they're going to be picked off there. Memento Mori making quick work once again, forcing the last one on Duck and Cover to jump out. Memento Mori is just making sure that they stick with each other, get flanks, and making sure that they have map control. I am seeing all blue all across the board, and Damp going straight into the spawn of Duck and Cover.
Oh, but the time is going down, and there's a wipeout, and that is going to go in the favor of Memento Mori. They take that game 1. Duck and Cover just was not able to cap the zone at all.
No, not one bit. Memento Mori, they went straight into mid. They got all the paint they needed, and they pushed Duck and Cover all the way back and made sure that they went into just that little corner of spawn. They couldn't breathe much more than that. Anytime they would try to push up into mid, as we even saw with Mio there on the squeezer, they got surrounded by blue ink from either Damp Waffle or one of their teammates. It was absolutely brutal there, as you could see in this instant replay here, just how powerful this team was.
Yeah, absolutely. There were a lot of shooters on the side of Duck and Cover, but having a whole lot of paint output doesn't necessarily mean much if you don't actually have people alive to paint that zone.
Yeah, you definitely need numbers, and they tried to get a little bit at the end there with that Ink Storm, but an Ink Storm is not going to be out a triple Ink Strike in terms of a special, and even that Zuka wasn't able to get much coverage as they were going to be wiped out there. Duck and cover, they definitely need more range if they want to go toe-to-toe against Memento Mori, but they might be able to find it here as we're going to be moving on to Clam Blitz on Crab Leg Capital.
Yes, and this is definitely a map mode that favors some longer ranged weapons. So it's possible that Memento Mori might struggle on this map. We know on Crab Leg, those grates are key to making sure that you have control, making sure that somebody has that top right grate, you have somebody in the middle. And if you are running a lot of short range stuff, it's going to be a little bit hard to actually move in from those grates. And as far as we can tell, Memento Mori is running a backless comp. So if, for example, maybe they have a zap switch to a pencil, or they have something with a little bit more range come out on the side of duck and cover, this could be a good chance for them to make this 1-1.
I definitely agree with you there. It feels like what duck and cover need is definitely that zap switch to like pencil or heavy edit on a map like this. That can work its best on Mako zones because it is Mako Mart. It does favor those short range options. But now as we're moving on to Crab Leg, that favors a lot more long range and definitely things with a lot of run speed on those grates. Heavy edit or pencil definitely seems like the better options as we're going to be going into the second game here, seeing if the zap is going to stick or if we're going to be seeing a different option. And it's actually going to be sticking for the zap, but we are going to be seeing that heavy edit with the heavy edit nouveau.
I see a dually squelchers.
Ooh.
I love to see that. Don't see that too often these days in comp.
No, not at all. But it's really lovely that we get to see some of these unique options here. And it seems that Damp Waffle has decided instead of that Ink Brush Nouveau, we're going to be getting some killer whales out here with the vanilla one. I would love to point out that heavy edit Nouveau. It definitely works very well with that end zap. I'm just going to allow the end zap to be a bit more short range for that cooler, but still have the range of a heavy edit and that DPS. That's going to be very lovely for duck and cover there, as they're already setting up very well in mid.
They are. And you know, it turns out that the map called Crab Leg, oh, look at that Zuka. Amazing, amazing. But it turns out a map called Crab Leg is also a good map that you can use a crab on. So I'm probably going to see that from that heavy edit shortly.
Oh yeah, absolutely here. Memento Mori right now though, they are not looking too hot. They are backed up into their basket area here, trying to get some specials off. But duck and cover, they're not pushing up too hard. They're keeping themselves alive, but making sure that Memento Mori can't really find anything to happen, especially with AJ going down there. It's just 3 left. They're trying to get their specials. The Zuka's going to be flying in from duck and cover, trying to take him out. But with cooler on Memento Mori, this is finally their chance. They can be a little bit more just up in the face of duck and cover and not really care if they get picked off. They come back, they're going to have their specials because of the cooler benefits here, as we're seeing some of them trying to move up. But no, duck and cover is going to be taking the first points, going to be getting that first basket, and is already starting to pop in more and more clams.
Yeah, down to 68 now, and the timer is going down, and with Chill going down there, it looks like they're gonna have to say, you know what, that's just our first push, we'll leave it at 68. Let's just try not to all go down here. Let's get specials back before we move back in.
Yeah, and either way, having that first push, even with that little, is definitely very good, because what if nobody pushes on baskets for the rest of the game and it's just a fight in mid? Then duck and cover have the advantage here, especially with that Zuka coming out from Swampy. They're going to be able to pick off one, and is already trying to hold the board against just a little more, trying to keep these grates alive here, pushing up on this clan basket, trying to see if they're going to be able to pick off the super clan, trying to keep themselves alive. Really good on them there.
Yeah, there's really, really good work on teams here. We do have a cooler coming out. Does it seem like Memento Mori is getting enough clams and getting enough picks to start moving in?
No, not at all. And duck and cover is keeping themselves alive, but the Zuka is going to be able to pick off 3. This might be Memento Mori's chance, as they're already going to be trying to push in. You're going to be able to break the basket. They have a lot of clams. They have the clan economy up here trying to get more and more, but they're going to be pushed out by duck and cover. Still though, they're whittling down that gap between their points, and that is still going to be very good for Memento Mori, but they still need a little more, because duck and cover are still the reigning champions here.
Yeah, duck and cover did a really good job of keeping that at 77. Said you can get 1 power clam in, you can manage to get 1 regular clam in, but then we are going to take back that plat and you cannot score your second power clam. Really, really good defense.
Yeah, no, absolutely beautiful from them. It's still a fight in mid right now between either side here as we see Azuka almost at the ready. Ooh, that is not what you want to see.
Who hasn't been the victim of a stray suction bomb?
So real. So real. That has happened too many times than I would like to admit myself.
Memento Mori is going to lose that power clam in mid, but they do still have their pity available. It's still not a strong case in mid for either team. It's going pink and green both ways so far. And we have a minute left, and right now there's still the lead in Duck and Cover's favor, but it's a really, really slim lead.
Yeah, this could easily be taken by Memento Mori if they're able to get a push going just a little bit. You know, getting that super clan plus one more would give them the lead there. They just have to keep themselves alive, but with 2 down, definitely not what they want here. We see this shot. They have 7 and they have their Zuka at the ready. This could be what they want, the playmaking potential to get their team in there, opting to just back up a little bit, you know, preserve that Zuka, preserve their life for just a little bit longer while getting some coolers, as we're seeing Duck and Cover trying to push in here, trying to push up on that aggression. Well, here we go. We have a Killer Whale coming out from Damp, trying to come in on the left side, going to be able to take out one. This could prove to be the push that they need. It's a now or never situation, trying to push up on Mio, trying to keep themselves alive. One's going to go down, though, trying to take him out. Going to be able to, a 3v3, but ooh, that Zuka coming out from Swampy, going to shut down Damp there.
Yeah, Damp was doing a really good job of just pressuring in, but that Zuka called them out, and just that may have just been it.
Yeah, that might have been it. Half of overtime is down right now, and Memento Mori have got to find the way with a crab coming out from the top right here. That's definitely not what you want to see, but just 2-1 left alive on Duck and Cover might be it. The Killer Whale right on the crab take, but
but not enough. Is too late. That overtime counter goes by faster than you would think.
Oh yeah, no, it goes quick. You gotta be on your toes and try to make sure that you see it and you plan your pushes according to that. You can't wait around when it comes to overtime, especially on some of these maps, and Duck and Cover are gonna be the ones to take that second game, showing that, you know, they're not going anywhere. They're not going to be swept by Memento Mori tonight. They are here to win also, as they're going to be taking them out 1-1 right now, even ground on both teams here.
And that crab was so good for just eating up time on Memento Mori's side, saying like, okay, you know, even if I don't get a kill with you in this crab, I am going to keep poking you, so you can't just quickly run onto our plat off of that left side.
On top of that, the Killer Whale was tracking only that crab tank, meaning that the heavy edit player was able to take that distraction, take that Killer Whale from off their teammates, so that they could focus on protecting the clan basket.
They were in fact tanking.
Yes, they were, but we're gonna be seeing if they're gonna be tanking even more on tower control, ship shape.
Yeah, tower control ship shape is such a whirlwind, a snowball. Really, you can't feel safe until you've seen the knockout and your team is on top. Before then, assume nothing is safe.
Oh yeah, you gotta make sure that you're watching all types of flanks, and sharks can happen anywhere on this map mode. You gotta watch out for that. I just got finished with my team is still in Neon Whale right now. They're in the losers finals right now. But when I was playing with them on this map mode, we had a roller that was sharking a lot, and a lot of fighting and scrapping going on when trying to push up that second check. If you're able to get that second checkpoint, that pretty much secures your win. There's nothing else you need to do, just defend. If you get the second and push it past that, you basically win, because that is a hard check to get.
Yeah, absolutely. It's if you don't take control of that top part on the left when you're defending, and if on the other side, if you're attacking and don't take control of that top right on that second checkpoint, it like that is the GG.
Yeah, no, that is simply put the GG. But here we go, starting out here, we're going to be seeing a vanilla ballpoint come out. Duck and Cover's comp right now is absolutely screaming pre-pencil meta.
Yeah, I like it. I like to see it. I like some Inkjet. We also have Inkjet on the side of Memento Mori.
Ooh, yeah, that Splattershot Nova and that Paintbrush Nouveau. That means that Memento Mori is going to be rocking some 10 missiles here tonight.
Yeah, honestly, really good move for tower control. I like what I see. We do already have those missiles coming out. Swampy's taking a lot of hits. Does go down. Blue's fighting down in that pit. Two have gone down, and it looks like Memento Mori is pushing hard right now.
Oh yeah, no, they're pushing brutally here as we're already seeing that crab tank coming out from the Stamper Nouveau on the tower, going to be able to shred the first checkpoint, keeping themselves alive for just a little bit longer, as it seems Memento Mori, with their specials that Inkjet we're calling, are already trying to push onto this second check here. They see that ballpoint going to be popping that Inkjet. The Stamper though going to splash them straight out of the sky. Wow.
Oh, good. They are taking that key position there. They are ready. If they get, they've cleared the second checkpoint. Like, honestly, if they can just keep momentum, this could be over really quickly.
Yeah, no, but with 2 down and that crab jumping out, that is ducking cover, going to be able to defend the rest of the tower path. But with both checkpoints down, Memento Mori have made quick work of ducking cover, and now they got to figure out how they can make a push like that of their own.
Yeah, they do have time if they're able to play out their full 3 minutes, but you really never know with ship shape. Things could go downhill really fast. But that also means that Memento Mori can't rest easy here. Like, I know we see, they cleared those first 2, but if they never get past there, and if they just let duck and cover clear the first 2, then they could get reversed here.
Yeah, no, they absolutely could. We're already seeing Swampy trying to come up on this top left side, trying to keep themselves alive. It is definitely a lot, especially when you're on your own. You want your team as much as possible with you on this map mode, especially when you don't have the paint here. But we're already seeing a push coming out from duck and cover. Swampy trying to push up to secure as much space as possible, trying to use the Zuka, not going to be able to find any picks. The Inkjet going to make quick work of them from AJ here, going to be able to take out 2. Nice job on that Inkjet, able to control the space as they wanted. It looks like absolute orange territory everywhere you see it. Absolutely 0 blue paint even touching. It is not looking good right now for duck and cover, especially with 2 down in Memento Mori already pushing up hard on them.
They are, and even when duck and cover was able to get picks on Memento Mori, a lot of them are trades, and that's not really where you want to be if you're, not in the lead here. So they're going to have to really coordinate their specials really well, because Memento Mori is really holding this space here.
Yeah, no, they're holding this space hard. We're already seeing the Zap, just trying to make sure that they keep themselves alive and trying to just spam some suction bombs, on top left if they're able to. And some nice picks coming out there on Mio, as they're just going to be continuing to hold as much space as they can, trying to go into mid there, trying to take out 1, trying to keep themselves alive as much as possible, though, trying to see if they're going to be able to take it, as we're already seeing the tower move more and more, getting it down to 8. Damp here on the tower. Ooh, so close, just 1. They just need
just
one more
point.
point.
Oh, but it looks like it's going to be pretty tough for them to get back in. One's really hard to beat. Not impossible, but really hard.
Oh yeah, no, that is definitely going to be very hard to beat, especially with only a minute left on the clock and duck and cover not having a good first push yet, but they're able to take out 3, and it's just the Zap left alive. This might be the space that they needed. The Zap on the side of duck and cover already trying to make some space for them, but the Stamper trying to take a pick on them, not going to be able to. The jump is basically canceled there. Just AJ left alive, and ooh, that's a wipeout. This is perfect for duck and cover here. This is pretty much their now or never situation. They got to push up here or it's over.
That wipeout was exactly what duck and cover wanted to see here. You see, they're cooler. They're able to move up much more aggressively, going really hard. Chili's has been just moving so fast with that Zap. They have a lot of points to go, but the tower has kept moving. And it looks like Memento Mori is having a hard time getting back in.
Yeah, I know. Looking like they're having a hard time, especially since duck and cover is pushing it more and more, but though opting to keep themselves alive when they need to make sure that they don't go down here. 12 seconds left on the clock. Mio is trying to get on the right side, but ooh, that's 2 down. AJ is up here on this tower. The Inkjet coming out, trying to see if they can get any picks. Swampy trying to rush for the tower, not going to be able to take it, and Memento Mori were able to secure their lead, getting it down and getting them up 2-1.
Honestly, I think what helped Memento Mori win that right in the end when it looked like Duck and Cover was really going to challenge that to go for a knockout was AJ holding that key spot on that top left and having that special ready of Inkjet to really go challenge them on the tower. Like at that point, it was going to be an extremely uphill battle for Duck and Cover to be able to maintain that hold.
Yeah, Duck and Cup, they started to make a really nice push at the end there, but yeah, keeping control on that top left, especially from that A Nova, and just making sure to pop that Inkjet to just pretty much even it out, you know, make sure that Duck and Cover can't really get anything after. That is what got Memento Mori that win and that defense. That was really solid defense coming out from them. We're going to be moving on though to Rainmaker Hagglefish Market, which is definitely not a map mode that you see a lot nowadays. You see a lot more other types of Hagglefish map modes, but it's still a very good one. And the aim of the game here is, can you get that jump from the checkpoint?
You get a lot of points just with that one jump, and it saves you so much time if you don't have to actually swim around the little zigzag ramp.
Yeah, that's definitely what these teams are going to be aiming for. So I can imagine the Inkjets might stay here to give them enough space to push away opponents, to make sure that their Rainmaker can easily get that easy 30-point lead. Or, you know, Zuka will be very good for that, just blasting for that Rainmaker check, or even a triple Ink Strike could secure, you know, paint for the Rainmaker and also give them a typhoon of ink around them to make sure that nobody's able to pick them off.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty huge map. So with Memento Mori running backlist, they're gonna have to be very careful if we see like that ballpoint come back, or if for some reason somebody switches to a pencil. Nope, we've got a heavy edit. And a heavy edit on the other side. Interesting. I like it. Both playing the crab heavy edit.
Yep, both of them playing the crab heavy edit with the vanilla and Zap with that tactic cooler. Again, really good combo, allowing a very aggressive cooler option, but still having that main weapon of a heavy edit. First pop there going to Duck and Cover as they're already able to take out Damp. 3v3 going on here in mid, but it seems Mio is trying to see if they're going to be able to get a flank or at least get some distraction on the left side, trying to push off on the Zap. Going to be able to trade. That's the cooler down on Memento Mori. This could be very good for Duck and Cover as they're coolered up right now, but Memento Mori has to wait a little longer for it.
Yeah, so long as Memento Mori can just keep paint here, it looks like they're going to be able to move forward. That heavy edit's pushing ahead. They do have crab ready. They're going to use it. They pop it. They're able to challenge that ramp area, try to paint up around the checkpoint, keep Duck and Cover away, and also distract to allow them to go down and get the left check. However, that was very, very yellow shield, and their push is going to have to end here. Hopefully Bebop can just stay alive in mid. Is able to get a pick.
Able to get two here as Bebop is just trying to push up with the rest of their team. We're already seeing this Zap trying to take as much space as possible.
Things are going to go back and forth a lot here. Memento Mori was able to get that check, but so long as Duck and Cover is able to keep numbers up and get specials up, they're trying to get stuff forward. See, they're farming for a cooler, getting ready. We've got multiple specials online. Cooler's already coming out. This could be their time to move forward. Interesting that they use both Crab and Zuka at the same time. If they're able to really get people down, that would be great, but unfortunately some of them went down and they're gonna have to delay their push there.
You're just gonna have to delay a bit, especially as AJ is gonna be popping a crab tank of their own. The killer whale's gonna be coming out from Damp here. The specials are flying, but it looks like Memento Mori is gonna be losing one of their members as Swampy is trying to just wait it out in mid here. They need to get this Rainmaker down on that checkpoint. They have the Zuka and the cooler at the ready. The specials are coming out. Bebop is going to be going down here, trying to get a little more, pushing up. Swampy trying to come in on this left side alongside M, trying to see what they can find here. They're pushing back this brush, trying to push up a little bit further. They're going to go down, though, to that heavy edit, and it seems that they're going to be able to pick up that Rainmaker there. They're trying to push it.
Heavy edit is so good, pressuring any of those weapons that just do not have a lot of range.
Yeah, no, it's really good at that, especially in Rainmaker, able to just shred objects so easily, to make quick work of that Rainmaker shield and carry it here. But we're seeing Memento Mori. They might
get
be,
the jump!
Yeah, they're gonna get the jump, and they're gonna run it all the way to 14.
That jump is huge.
Yeah, No, that is absolutely beautiful and definitely what Memento Mori want here. Duck and cover though, however, now it went from, okay, we're still fine. We could just get the checkpoint and just push a little more than that too. We're in a very bad spot with 2 minutes left on the clock. We got to get something going.
It's not looking too yellow here. They are able to start getting picks. Gonna have to really watch out for Damp chasing. Damp does get a pick, and that's gonna be huge. Able to use that killer whale, just sort of stall. Does go down to the bob into the shield pop.
Yeah, could be making quick work of that. We're already seeing M close to the crab tank. Gonna pop in here, trying to clear out mid, making sure that Memento Mori can't set up as much as possible. Trying to see if they're gonna be able to get any picks too. No, they're not. And it seems Flink was able to take out their zap, though Damp is gonna be going down in return. M trying to come up on this left side, trying to keep paint here. They know that one's there. They know blue is right there, trying to take them out. They do have the range advantage. Are they going to be able to connect it? And it's going to be a trade coming out, but it's going to be ducking cover, starting to make a push, getting it down to the 70s, trying to get to that Rainmaker, though Damp is making sure that that is not happening today.
There was just too much damage, and there was no way Duck and Cover was going to make it. They're going to really try to hold on to the space here, try to be able to sneak that Rainmaker back onto the pedestal. They do get it. That's huge. They only have 1 minute left, and even though they got that pop, Memento Mori is ready.
Oh yeah, they are ready, though they are 2 down, 3 down.
They are going down.
Yeah, they're down right now. Just a shot left alive, and they're already trying to push it, getting it down to 40. Mio trying to make more happen, getting it down to 32, though. They need a little bit more, but with 3 down, just Mio. No, not just Mio. Mio's going to go down. It's just that credit left alive, but Memento Mori is going to pick it up. Probably just going to try to keep that Rainmaker safe on this right side with 10 seconds left. Duck and Cover have to rush for that Rainmaker. They have to go.
Do. Oh, AJ, be careful! Oh, okay. This is Duck and Cover's do or die. It's now or never. They are going to get that pop. Now that they've grabbed it, they do have some overtime left, but they've got to get down to 13.
Yeah, they have to get down to 15. That is definitely going to be a tall feat to accomplish, especially with your Zap going down. This heavy edit on the Rainmaker here. They definitely don't want to go into anything willy-nilly. They want to make sure that it's absolutely safe, that absolutely nothing can come at them. Their teammates trying to make something happen here on this left side, trying to get the picks. This crab tank is trying to make quick work of the Rainmaker. Rainmaker, they're living for a little bit, but no, they're going to go down as Memento Mori continues and starts to make a streak here, going 3-2-1.
Oh, that was close, but I don't know about trying to force that left check. It seemed like Duck and Cover had way too many people set up on that left, and it was going to be really tough to fight through all that bomb spam to be able to get down all the way to 13. That is tough.
Yeah, I mean, how it's set up on that little alleyway there, bomb spam is definitely what you want to do if you're a defending team, and that's definitely what we saw, especially with that crab tank doing a little bit of bomb damage of their own. The crab tanks were truly the highlight here of this match. You can see AJ just making sure that they control as much space as possible, looking at this Rainmaker, getting the pick on them, and helping their teammates going to be able to take out and, control the space and get their first Rainmaker pedestal dunk.
Yeah, and then just that quick jump right there. The points go down so fast, able to swim all the way to 14. Really good move. That one push there really set the tone.
Yeah, no, it really set the tone there. And as we're moving on, Duck and Cover have got to figure out what they need to do to stop this streak coming out from Memento Mori, as we're going to be moving on to splat zones on Barnacle and Dime.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like this could be a really good map mode for Memento Mori if we saw, if their Mako Zones game is anything to go by. It's, there are a lot of scrappy fights. It's pretty small map. Getting wiped out is a major no-no on Barnacle. It is a death sentence. So hard to get back in. You can get totally locked out here. It's gonna be tough here for Duck and Cover.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be brutal for them. Make sure that they don't wipe out at all. There's a lot of distance between the spawn and the zone, which means Yeah, lockouts can be very bad, especially if you wipe out. You can get a lot of space as the offensive team, so you definitely don't want to do that. That could be fatal for you. I have played a lot of matches on that map mode. Wiping out and not having those tools to get back into mid is going to pretty much write you a death sentence.
Yeah, and I wonder if we're gonna see more of that brush play. There are gonna be some funny flanks here and some really funny scrappy aggression that Memento Mori could be doing on this brush.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see here. Gonna be seeing the comps coming out, sticking with the zap combo with the credit on Memento Mori, though Duck and Cover is opting for that Nautilus with a triple splashdown this time round.
Yeah, just change it up a little bit. You know, fighting a lot of, backless comps, I certainly wouldn't be mad about having a triple splashdown on my side.
No, not at all. It's definitely a very solid special, especially on something that a Nautilus, which has proven itself to be, even without a kit that we had for a while with that Inkstorm kit, it proved to be a very formidable main weapon. We're already seeing so many points going on the board for Memento Mori there, as they're just fighting as much as possible with Duck and Cover, trying to make sure that they are locked out. They seem to be doing it, going to be able to take two down. Bebop trying to find a little bit with that Zuka. They're not going to be able to, but they're halfway down on these points. Only one in the zone there. They're going to be taken out, and even then they were in Zipcaster. But the Zuka coming out from Duck and Cover, trying to make something happen. Going to be able to take out two there. That was a really good pick coming out from them.
That's big. Duck and Cover's got to go in fast now. Unfortunately, their zap does go down. Swampy's still alive. Goes down, unfortunately. They haven't been able to even neutralize it yet, and they've got less than 5 seconds. They're able to cap it right now with the wipeout. Fortunately, gonna go in Memento Mori's favor. Not so fortunate for Duck and Cover.
Yeah, no, that is definitely not what Duck and Cover wanted. Just like in Mako Mart, they got taken out very quickly in splat zones there. Once they started to get locked out, they couldn't find their way in. Even with taking out half of Memento Mori with that Zuka shot, they weren't able to get the numbers in there, or Memento Mori had jumps back in, and their last two members, while holding down the fort, had a lot of aggression, a lot of space to keep out everybody from Duck and Cover, even if they did not have the man advantage.
Yeah, the double Zuka pick is huge, but the people who were running the zone then got called out by the remaining members of Memento Mori, and then the others were able to jump back in. So even though those were good picks and totally could have capped the zone, so long as people were able to get onto the zone in time. Unfortunately, with two shooters going down and your sword getting pressured, there's not a whole lot you can do to paint the zone.
Yeah, you saw there that split that Duck and Cover had when they were trying to push back onto the zone, and then making a redecision to go everybody go on left. The shot on the side, you can see Brave Off there was able to pretty much hold down the zone. Meanwhile, all that AJ had to do on that credit is make sure anybody jumping in could not take that stack. You saw here Brave Off making quick work of blue, trying to make sure that Swampy couldn't come in to be able to get that pick. That's definitely what got them that win there, making sure they were able to hold it down. It's a 4-1 situation right now. It is now or never for Duck and Cover. It is the last-ditch effort here, as they have to find whatever they need to find, and if they don't, they're done for, and their Ludi Week 2 set is going to be taken by Memento Mori. Definitely not what they want, and they got to figure out that reverse sweep here and now.
Oh, with one fewer player.
Probably not what
I think
you
we're
want.
gonna wait for a second.
Yeah, definitely gonna wait.
All right, we're gonna restart that in just a moment here. We will be playing on Umami Clams with a proper 4v4 situation here in a second. Umami Clams, I don't want to say the Duck and Cover has no hope, because they totally do. If they're able to really work together, they could take this back. They did take that other Clams game. It was close, but they took it. But we've seen that Memento Mori is just so scrappy, and even though they're backless, they are able to get in jumps really well. They're repositioning pretty well. Even when they do go down, they're able to have the remaining surviving members of the team back up to relative safety to let other people jump in super quickly, and they just move so quickly. wish I could hear what their comms were, because I can only assume from the way they're all moving together that they're calming things really well.
Yeah, it's all a matter of how these teams are going to play out and try to figure out what they want to do here. I definitely imagine that there's going to be a lot of scrapping, especially with how Umami is set up. Pretty much like an oval shape with like the middle carved out. You got to fight on the lines on either side there. And I imagine a lot of it is going to be 2v2s or 3v1s. A lot of teams and a lot of players are going to have to scrap with each other, and it's just a matter of who's going to be getting the picks and pushing up onto that basket. Because that basket, if they're able to set themselves up, either team, they can just lock out the other. I can imagine a crab tank on the snipe can just make quick work of that clan basket area. But here we are. This could be the match point here as we're coming out, seeing the comps, seeing pretty much no changes on the side of duck and cover. But meanwhile, we're seeing heavy edit completely gone. No splatlings at all on the side of Memento Mori. Instead, going for that 52-gallon slosher combo.
Yeah, very different. Changing it up a lot. But they're definitely gonna be very scrappy here. We see already the ink brushes down on the side of Memento Mori, so Duck and Cover does have man advantage, able to start pushing in. Umami is not a big map, and they've got hold of mid already. So if they just keep holding this, they have 11 clams on them already. So long as they actually get some picks before going into that basket, it's easy pickings.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely easy pickings here. We're already seeing Swampy and the rest of Duck and Cover trying to make something happen, and the Killer Whale is going to stop that +2 down on their side here, as we're already seeing Damp pushing up with the ink brush Nouveau, going to be able to help assist on one. One of them's going to go down. Mio's going to be taken out swiftly by Damp here, as we're already seeing Memento Mori trying to set up under this clan basket, trying to get a little more space, especially with these strikes. But it's just a matter of time before they get what they need, as Damp is just going for a little more paint, trying to make sure that nobody's sharking, as they might be coming in with an Ultra Stamp just shortly.
They could indeed. And this is a pretty good map for a brush to be able to actually go in and be sneaky. Always good on clams. And we're already down to just about 50 points here on the side of Memento Mori. Really, really good first push. Things are going to start slowing down for them now, so long as they don't all wipe out here. And they are able to hold on to some clams. But Duck and Cover's got 8 clams on them right now. Memento Mori going to have to start coming back in. But really, really good first start for them.
Yeah, no, really good, especially in these first 2 minutes. Leaving Duck and Cover a little bit scared here, trying to figure out how they're going to be able to get their points down by half. Going down to the triple ink strike, though, definitely not what you want, as it's already 2 down once again on Duck and Cover, as Rebop here trying to move up. They know somebody is right behind that wall, trying to, do a little AoE damage, trying to flick right above it, but not really finding what they want. Instead, going back to mid here, they could pick up a cooler here, trying to keep themselves alive, as we see Duck and Cover going to be popping